get it. So, y'all know I've been doing a series talking about some serious social issues in the black and white community, and black and African and white community, all interconnected. I have been doing a series on some real taboo topics. Now, before I get started, I don't want to hear anyone disrespect me. If you don't like what I'm saying, if you don't agree, just leave. Just leave. That's another problem in the black community. We don't like what we're hearing in social groups, but we still stand around and edging it on our dislike and adding negative energy to something that we weren't obligated to participate in. That's another problem in the black social world. Signing up for events, you don't like it, and then want to ruin it for everybody else because you don't like it. When you can easily just walk out the door with your mouth shut. Especially if it's a free event. Walk out the door with your mouth shut. If you don't like it. Now, this channel says Victoria Unfiltered. So there might be some cussing, some hollering, and I might trigger some people. But that is what happens when the truth come out cold and straight in the face, like it should have been long overdue in the black community. Long overdue. Now, we're going to get into this subject. Black people is 90% responsible for the destruction and the horrific ruin of the social life offline, and now they are doing it online. See, a lot of the establishments that black people could go to stink up and funk up and disrespect, they're not open no more. So a lot of black people are now taking their funky, trifling, ignorant ass attitudes, and negative mouth and toxic beliefs, and now they're just stinking up the platforms with it. Just trashing the platforms with it. To the point that other groups are isolating themselves away from us online, purposely not coming to our Facebooks and our YouTube channels because they don't want the funk, the stink. Black people ruined the offline social world. Now, anyone who wants to come for me, let me explain the evidence. Back in the 90s, we had plenty of clubs. We had our own bars, our own restaurants. Even though segregation wasn't going on, we still had our own stuff. Even though it wasn't labeled outside the club, everybody knew that almost all black people went to those clubs. We even had available bus transportation that was coming way up into the black communities where we didn't have to walk 5 blocks to get to the bus. We was being catered to by the bus system in North America, but we wanted to be ignorant. So not only did the bus transportation stopping up in the black communities, all the way up in the black communities, the clubs and the places we were able to get into for $2, $3 to have a good time, try to have a good time, those places shut down because they got tired of fixing things because of our fights. They got tired of getting fined because of our fights and our violence. And they got tired of people doing illegal activities up in their establishments and the police being called. They got tired of people coming in with fake IDs and sitting up there, getting in situations and their parents coming to the bars and the clubs, complaining and suing and all type of stuff. We did not know how to act in the 90s, in the late 90s, the mid-late 90s, and it got worse and worse and worse until a lot of black people said, I'm gonna just start hanging out in the white restaurants, white clubs, white bars. The few black people that was willing to still go out there and hang out and talk to people. Some of them are still out there. They're just the good black people, the decent black people that got self-respect and community respect. But they're in the white karaoke bars. They're in the white restaurants. They won't even go to the last remaining black places because they don't want to risk some sort of shootout in the club. We like to say that it's just white people doing mass shootings. But the only reason why black people are not in that energy no more, because they were in that energy. They were shooting up nightclubs, shooting up bars and everything, shooting up playgrounds, killing each other's kids in playgrounds. The reason why they're not in that energy because they didn't got real scared of the white oppressor. They didn't got real scared. They scared the police is not even going to take them to jail. The police is going to kill them instantly. So now they're like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be ignorant and ghetto out in these streets. What I'll do is I'll get online and be ignorant and ghetto. What I'll do is I'll just beat up other family members, take my aggression out on them in secret. I'll just do domestic violence in my family since I can't do it out on these streets without possibly losing my life before I even get to the courthouse. The police might just take me down. So all this, oh no, it's only white people doing it. Shut up with all that because we were doing it left and right in the 90s. Left and right. There's people whose black children are in graveyards because they caught stray bullets in playgrounds back in the 90s over some blood gangs, Crip gangs, stupid gangs, black scarf gangs, all that dumb stuff. If none of that was happening, none of that ever happened, we would have one heck of a good social world offline. And that's just the truth. There'd be less fat black people. Soon as those clubs and bars and restaurants and stuff closed down, that was predominantly our population, black population in it. As soon as they closed down, the black population started to get fat. Nowhere to go to dance. And then getting fat and then catfishing online. And hiding their ghetto ignorant ways through these dating apps. Writing stuff up in dating apps and pretending to be nice people. And then as soon as they meet up with another black person, they trifling. They are ignorant and trifling. My sister then told me the stories that she has gone through, meeting up with other black people that she's met on dating apps. Trifling. She's had more success dating people not black than she's met through dating apps. And because of our conduct being so trifling in the 90s, it also started to cause a panic with other groups who decided that they don't even want to go to restaurants and bars if they're not 4 or 5 stars no more because they're afraid we're going to be there and they might get caught in the crossfire when we are fighting each other. Now, the social world out loud for black people to participate. The establishments that are open are very expensive to get in because they want to make sure they don't have that many ghetto troublemaking black folks coming in here. So now middle class black people cannot afford to do much offline. Can't afford to get into the expensive nightclubs that's in Florida or Miami, Florida or Orlando. Can't afford to get in there. Can't afford the taxi cab drive all the way there, then to get in, then to get home. So the decent middle class black people, they can't have a good time. So now they didn't got upset. They're mad at the world. They sitting online mad at the world too. Saying, oh, life sucks, life stinks. Even though the decent black people, the middle-aged decent black people who can't afford to get into the really expensive black establishments, they're online saying life sucks. And the ones that that's in that energy are the people that ruined it, they're saying life sucks online. To be frankly honest, if I can be so raw, the black population is better off without the generation that is up in their 50s. Yep, I said it. Because a lot of the generation up in their 50s was the ones that was ruining everything, shooting up the clubs and the bars. The generation that's like 55 and up, they was the ones out there with that gang stuff. The ones that's Tupac's age and all of them. They were out there, Snoop Dogg age and stuff. They were ruining the social world back in the 90s. Getting trifling with the music, ruining the class in the black community. Black people started having no class all because of the music, under the spell work of the trifling music. And now the generation is in their 30s with the hookup culture. They up online, ruining the online social world of the black community. The generation in their 30s, their 30s are up online trolling those apps, going from booty to booty to booty to booty to booty to booty to booty, being up online, all trifling. Attacking 40-year-olds all day, every day. All day, every day. When actually, the generation that ruined the social world in the 90s was not the 40-year-olds. They were in their 50s, Snoop Doggy Dogg's age. So we got different generations in the black community attacking the wrong generations, pointing the finger at the wrong generations. And that's becoming toxic. Hi, everybody. Yeah, there's been a lot of harassment on here. I can't even talk about serious things in the black community without somebody attacking my genetics or trying to say, hold on for a minute, y'all. That's it. I mean it. Get up there. Without somebody saying, oh, is she transgender or something like that. And the generation that's ruining the social world now online, they're the 30-year-old people running around policing other black people's genitals and genetics. So that's how the online world is being ruined by black people. We will not stop trying to investigate each other's genetics. The younger generation is into that. They want to guess how old you are. They want to see if they can figure out whether you still got eggs or if you got a dong between your legs. The 30-year-old generation is in that energy. So what it's doing is continuing to make decent black people who respect other people's boundaries, it's making us not want to go nowhere. The 40-year-old people are like, I just want to stay home. I don't got time for this. I'm not the generation of the gangs, and I'm not the generation that's in the hookup culture, trolling other people's genetics and investigating other people's genetics. So guess what? The good-looking 40-year-old black people, they don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be bothered. The 30-year-old generation is sitting on line with the toxicity. The 50-year-old generation, they are dodging responsibility for their generation, ruining the offline social world. The 60-year-old generation is refusing to admit that they influence the black community with them drugs and alcohol, that they help create a drug and habitual drug world in the black community. They don't want to admit to that. And the 40-year-old generation, they don't want to admit that they might not have been so hooked up, but they damn sure wasn't even thinking about settling down and getting married. A lot of 40-year-old people was like, life is just a game, it's all fun and games. They wasn't that serious, even though they wasn't that messy. They looked pretty good, but they still didn't take life serious, and they still was so hooked on the 9 to 5. They was brainwashed. Okay, we already know that. But the problem is, if we all got to be slaves to the slave masters, the toxic ones, the ones that are slave masters, we need at least a healthy social world to get by. For our mental health. But each generation is not doing their part to create it. The 30-year-olds are just standing online, yelling at the baby boomers. They're just sitting online, screaming at the baby boomer generation and hookup culture. The 40-year-olds are upset because people are treating them like they're invisible, yet they're not the baby boomer generation, so why are they getting treated like that? The 60-year-olds are still sticking by their obsolete mindset and don't really care because they like, I got my house back in the 80s and the 70s, so I'm good. They really don't care. They're like, I'm over 60, I don't care about a social life. I can sit at home with my whiskey and my friend and just turn up at my crib like I was doing in the 70s and the 80s. The same old shit. Instead of going out in the community. The same old shit. Back in the 70s and 80s, the old heads was hanging around only in the local bars. They really wasn't going that much there because they was programmed to just go to work and go to the bar. Go to work, go to the bar. That's what they did. They didn't travel much. They didn't do much shit. All they cared about was the American damn dream. So they sitting up there, they don't care. They don't care about the social world because they done finally paid off their 40-year mortgage. So they're good. They're good. But yet the 40-year-olds and 30-year-olds, our generations, we still need the social world. The decent black people who respect other people's boundaries, we still want a healthy social world. We still do. But when we go out there, most of what we see is only white people and non-black people around us. And then when we date, if we date somebody white or non-black, if we meet somebody in the white club and date them, we a sellout, right? We a sellout. But How can we date other black people and meet other black people if the black people are standing online being toxic, sitting, coming for each generation, coming for each other, this generation coming for that generation coming for that generation, all the generational wars going on online, while the black people who really sick and tired of it, while we are out going outside hoping to meet other people who sick and tired of the shit, we're not meeting them. Because very few of us trust the social world of the black community now. The ones who don't want to engage in those generational wars, we're like, why even go out? Why you know, I might as well just, if I do go, I might as well go to the white bar. Fuck it. If somebody want to call me a sellout, somebody want to say that I want to be white because I'm in a white bar, I don't give a damn. What am I supposed to do? Sit online and be in the toxic black community online? I'm supposed to just sit and deal with that shit? I had to deal with that shit in the 90s. You think I want to deal with that shit online? Now, if y'all didn't catch what I'm saying, y'all can replay this video. The black people who are like, I respect your boundaries. I want to be around other black people to respect mine. I want to be able to dance without having pictures posted of me, without somebody laughing and doing videos of me just to get views on their YouTube channel because they thirsty to keep up with the views of white people. I want to be able to dance and not worry about none of that shit. But I can't. Because when I go to establishments where there's other black people, a lot of them, they want to film me. All they care about is their fucking YouTube. They don't want to talk. They don't want to get along. They don't want to like trade numbers and dance and nothing. They just want to like, you know, do selfie shit and show off their glow up and film their fucking glow up for their platform and TikTok. They want to just do little dances for TikTok, but don't want to dance with me and shit. Weird shit like that. And this is all being normalized. So normalized that so many black people are just sitting in the house, not getting the exercise they need when you would travel to the clubs and walk the flats to the clubs and stuff. That's exercise. Black people ain't doing that no more. Because we sitting in the house, we can't even tolerate the cold like we used to because we sit in the fucking house too much. And because we sitting in the house, a lot of us is looking like shit. See, the social world motivates you to level up, to take better care of yourself. When you ain't in the social world and you ain't out in the community and you don't got no nightclub to go, dance class to go to, no fun place to go to, then you start to say, well, I don't really got to work too hard on myself today. I'm not going nowhere. And a lot of black people are in that energy. And glamorizing being an introvert. That's the new thing in the black community. I'm an introvert. You're only saying that in hopes that other people will be like, well, good, that's good for you because the black community is fucking toxic. But this introvert talk is a part of the problem. Because I'm an introvert and an extrovert. You could be both. But if there's some good times, I'm gonna be in my extrovert energy. I'm going to go out there. But this whole trend of black people are like, I'm better off a hermit. I'm better off a hermit and introvert. That's why we look like shit. That's why we look like shit. And that's just the truth. Social life is motivation to love yourself. It encourages you. The Creator wants us to have a reason for why we doing shit, even self-care. Not just, oh, because I just want to look good walking around my crib or just a walk around the block. The creator wants us to show off our creative energy, which is also our beauty, our own signature distinctive design. But black people aren't doing that. They think they're doing that by TikTok. But it doesn't take much to just step in your backyard and start dancing on TikTok. You don't actually have to charm and earn the attention of anybody. You just do a TikTok video, upload it, and go about your fucking way. We don't want to practice our personality skills, charm, and all that on each other. We don't. We want to just post pictures and dance on TikTok and just hope that gets us through. I mentioned before on this channel how being too aware of time is forbidden. It's actually forbidden. But black people are very aware, energetically, mentally, and spiritually aware of the time passing. Because we refuse to just have some fucking fun and respect each other's boundaries. Stop competing and just have fun. Just go out there in the social world and have fun. Go big energy for each other. And stop trying to compete. We won't do that. So because we have this need to keep up with another black person and compete, we have this fucking need to one up or keep up in the social world. And when we feel like we can, we all fucking hide away. And this shit just gets worse. We start to sense the time passing. So the years, the physical appearance of the years start to collect in our skin and collect in our hair. That's why we got so many black people looking so fucking old. Like I'm just saying. So old. Back in the early 90s, you couldn't tell. You could not tell the 20-year-olds from the 30-year-olds. You just could not tell. Barely could tell the 30-year-olds from the 40-year-olds. My mother was in her 40s and you would have thought, was in her 50s and you would have thought she was 30. But we are so obsessed with putting on most of our mind on money and watching each other's money and competing out in these social worlds that a lot of black people are like, fuck it, I don't feel like that competitive energy, so I'm gonna just be a hermit. I'll just stay home all the time. I have an interesting question for black people. Where in the history of our ancestors did you ever hear of them staying home all year long? Nowhere in history. They journeyed through the mountains. They journeyed every damn day. They didn't stay inside their teepees and tents and wood-built shelters. They didn't do that all fucking day. All damn day. Getting lower and lower and lower in spirit. Black people refuse to get therapy and mental health. Literally refuse. Only time they'll go that far is when they're ready to get some damn cash benefits. Oh, I want to get disability benefits. So now I'll say I have mental health. But for 10 years, I won't even tell the doctor that I need fucking therapy. I'll just pretend like I don't. Until I want disability benefits. But I'll hide in my house so nobody knows my mental health problems. And I'll just go ahead and dump my mental health issues up online. And hurt other black people's mind up in the comments and shit. And this is real talk. If you want, let me tell you, when I did an experiment. I did an experiment. I used me to prove what I'm saying. During COVID, I started doing stuff that I did in the 90s. No damn lie, I got the pictures to prove it. Right before COVID and during COVID. I purposely did 90s stuff. Do you know that people started thinking I was in my 20s? This is no lie. There was people online saying, how come you suddenly look like 20 years younger? How did you do that? Can you tell me how you did that? What are you using? I had this 40-something-year-old woman say, you're nothing but a child. And I said, nah, man, what the hell are you talking about? I said, I'm 40. She literally thought I was in my 20s. I had to literally tell her, like, boo, we the same age. But let me tell you what I was doing. I literally ghosted all the platforms. Some of y'all may remember that I all of a sudden I had left my YouTube. I left this YouTube. I left them all. I was literally going to nightclubs. I was literally going for night walks with a group of friends, hanging out. I was hanging out at night, eating fish sandwiches at night, walking with friends, drinking my little wine, or my little cocktail, having a good old time, hanging out in front of the two nightclubs that were still open. I was out at least 4 days a week. Some days I was crashing at some of my friends' houses on their couches, like we did in the 90s, waking up, everybody going out, going to go have breakfast. And that was motivating me because I knew my self-care had somewhere to go. See? 4 days a week, my self-care was going to get recognized, was going to get acknowledged. So I leveled up so much my self-care that the doctor literally said, hey, do you know that you are 150 pounds now? I said, really? He said, you lost a lot of weight. Your health is perfect. You're in pretty good shape. He said, whatever you're doing, keep doing. That is exactly what the doctor said. I didn't even notice, y'all. I just kept saying, my clothes ain't fitting. Let me go in and buy some new clothes. I was just like, just like upgrading myself while doing the 90s life, the early 90s life, before the gangs came out. And I was like every 2 weeks getting my hair done, keeping my scarves on, running out the door 4 or 5 days a week. I was working at Walmart. Okay, I was eating a little snack for lunch like we did in the 90s, a little snack. And after work, I was hanging out at the malls. No lie, I was hanging out at the malls. And then 4 days a week, I was out with friends. Sometimes just going from bar to bar, club to club, to the casino. If I showed y'all those pictures of me, y'all would say, who the fuck is that? You look like, are you sure you ain't 25 years old, Miss V? But that just goes to show how much we as humans need social interaction in person. We need that. Okay? This online is not a substitute, black folks. Stop thinking that your melanin is safe because it's melanin, that, you can keep your melanin and sit in your crib when you're pushing on your fucking phone all day and surfing internet and you're safe. You may age slower than the white people, but you're still aging faster. And some of y'all saying, oh, but I'm scared. The thing I have to say about that is a lot of black people are using that I'm scared dangerous people. There was dangerous people in the 90s. There were shootings too. There was Colorado Tech shooting, all that stuff going on then. People are using the excuse of fear to hide the fact that they are insecure and they really don't want nobody to see that they let themselves go, that they look like shit. Black people are using the news, the fear of the news, of shootings and shit as an excuse. Knowing that the real reason is because they don't like how the fuck they look now. Knowing that they do not like, they don't have the glow up. Because best believe, if half the black people were looking the way they looked in the early 90s, they damn sure wouldn't even care about being no fear energy. They would be right out in the social world. A lot of the black people that I'm hearing say they don't do the offline social world. Half of them is like over 200 pounds saying that shit. I don't hear even in my the people that my daughter talked to. My daughter's boyfriend's mother, who's Rolene, and she's in her 40s. She goes to a members only club. She goes there. Her son goes there. She's out there in the world. She goes a lot of places. A lot of the leaner black people, they are not using no damn excuse. They are going out. Black people need to keep it real with themselves and stop this lying. Half the black people are sitting online, not going no damn where. It's because they didn't get the attention that they expected from somebody, and they fucking ruined themselves fucking with some narcissist, and now they want to sit up there and not admit it, not deal with it, not fix the fucking damage, but be lazy with fixing it and use the economy and the fucking news as a crutch, as a reason why they're not leaving their cribs. And there's going to be black people who don't want to hear this. Do not want to hear this. Black people are scared, like that one black girl said on YouTube. Scared of missing a compliment. Scared of being the less attractive one out of the black people group. They're scared of being the fattest one, the one with the nappiest hair. If they calling it nappy, if somebody call it nappy, they got the nappiest one out of the nappy heads. Whatever you want to call it. All of that type of scare are too busy needing validation for some random ass people that they don't even know. Scared that someone's going to take a picture and talk about them. Why the fuck are you scared about that? There's people that got loads of pictures of me during COVID. There's a girl that got a whole damn collection. She takes pictures of me every time I go to this one little club bar. She's obsessed with my energy. I don't give a fuck. Because her raggedy ass is sitting at the bar not getting no exercise. I'm on the floor dancing. She ain't. She's sitting there all drunk and beat down, trolling my energy. But I don't care. I don't care. I don't even know the chick, and she told me, okay, cool, go ahead. I don't care. I don't care. Because I'm going home feeling relieved. I was out dancing instead of sitting at home eating Kentucky Fried Chicken watching Netflix. I'm not at home eating Kentucky Fried Chicken and eating Netflix. I'm on the dance floor burning some damn calories, celebrating my sexuality, celebrating life. All this need to have everything accessible to you is also a problem. Black people can't get deep into the social world because so scared of not having modern day shit accessible to them. Oh, what if I get hungry? So the fuck what? Wait till you get home and eat. Eat a sandwich. Go to a drive-thru. You only got $8. Eat a sandwich, and if you get hungry, when you get hungry, go home and eat the rest of the food at home. Trying to live like queens and kings, but don't get the mindset. Trying to live like low vibrational, lazy ass queens and kings. Entitled, privileged queens and kings of the black community. Trying to be in that energy and don't got the healthy mindset for it. Don't. Black people are better off with all the modern day shit. We better off with Steve Jobs wasn't black. We better off without the modern day shit. Why? Because a lot of us can't even afford LA Fitness membership passes. We can't afford the fitness classes like a lot of the white people can. Our fitness is going to fuck outside and living our life outdoors. The white people can sit there on their damn phones and eat all kind of junk all night. Half of them got, a lot of them got family members with cars that will loan them, or they got a car and they got plenty of money to keep putting gas in the car. They can go ahead and afford daycare. They can get in their cars and go to Pilates and all that and pay for all that expensive fitness coaching shit. They can do all that. A lot of black people cannot afford any of that. That means you cannot afford to sit on technology phone all fucking day. I told you this channel was going to be raw. If black people cannot afford to afford Pilates and gym, $100, $200 gym memberships, you can't afford to have an all-day internet life. And that's your primary life, or all-day TV life, or all-day sitting in the crib life. You can't afford it. Health-wise, physically, you can't afford it. And mentally, you can't afford it. The social world, when you are in that fun energy, it helps to keep you from having high cortisol. Black people's cortisol levels are so effed up because we refuse to stick with ghosting people. We keep taking people back and going back. That's another thing in the black social world. Keep on cycling back to the same people. So insecure like you can't get nobody else. Like in the early 90s, we was ghosting people and kept the ghost. Moved on. Done was done. Done was done. Black people are so scared they're not going to meet somebody else that they keep on taking it back. Narcissists. And wondering why they have a glow up and then they don't have a glow up, and they have a glow up and then they don't, and they do and then they don't. I can name a bunch of black people who have taken back narcissists over the last few years. Narcissists that ruined their health 10 years ago, took them back. Ruined their health during COVID, took them back. And I'm like, serious? Serious. Well, where am I going to, I can't really meet nobody. Because your ass is sitting in the house. That's why. And we will not stop treating each other like we're unpaid therapists. That's ruining the black social world. You want to talk about fun stuff. You want to talk about what you created. You want to talk about the hard work you put in and, things, goals you achieved. And somebody wants to treat you like an unpaid therapist. Every time I have conversations, I try to talk to black people in the social world, even online, it always ends up turning to emotional dumping. Talking about my mom, what my mom did to me, what my dad did to me, what my ex did to me, with my kids. It's like, don't we have any other shit to talk about? Like, when's the last time you read a book that you could talk about? Like, what was the last quote book you read? What was the last interesting fact that you found out? Like, for real, did you see something on sale that you might want to tell me that's on sale? Like, there's other shit to talk about. We black people are stuck in the same subject matter of conversation. Oh, I'm living with a narcissist. Oh, my baby daddy did me like shit. Oh, my mama was toxic. It's like I just want to have a different conversation. I want to have a different conversation. I want to talk about, hey, we should go here and do each other's hair. Or let me shape up your beard, bruh. Or, hey, you want to trade nail polish? What nail polish you got? We can swap nail polish for the day or whatever. There's other things to talk about. Let's look at this magazine, what fashion is going on right now. That's the stuff we talked about in the early 90s. CoverGirl come out with a new makeup. Maybelline came out with a new makeup. Did you see that new shade? We talked about shit like that. Like, why can't we talk about other stuff? And then if black people don't talk about emotional trauma they got from other black people, then they're talking about the white man. And it's like, okay, they don't got nothing artistic to show me. They're not reading me nothing that they wrote. They say they're a singer but won't sing a song. I'm a singer, but okay, why don't you sing me a song? No, I had a bad day. I was going through with my mom today. I'm like, see, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. I try to reroute black people so we can get into a positive vibration, social vibration, and they reroute it to a low vibration. And it starts to get to a point where you be like, does black with black social connection even exist anymore? Is it even worth going to go find? Like, maybe I should just start talking to anybody out here now. Like, fuck it. Like, no more glamorizing black on black social interaction. Like, maybe it's obsolete. It's gotten too demented and warped and distorted with our energy connection crashing, our energies crashing and burning, that maybe we can only have compassion and respect for other people's boundaries when they're not black. That's the only way? That's the only way? That's the only way. Somebody non-black is more likely to respect me socially, so I might as well just go talk to them. That's what it comes down to. Or the people who don't respect other black people's boundaries, they're better off going to go talk to white people because at least they'll respect their boundaries, talking to them. So that's what it's come down to. Whew. And then it's hard. The black social world has been ruined. The social world has been ruined by black people because we are also too damn critical. We're too critical. We nitpick. We pretty much nitpick over everybody's looks. And people can sense when you're doing that. And that makes people like, I don't know if I want to go out because too much nitpicking over looks. That make you not want to talk to nobody. It's like black people act like somebody got to be flawless just to have a good conversation with. You can't even have no acne, or hey, you ain't you must be low vibe or something. You're not even worth talking to. Too critical. In other groups want nothing to do with that energy. So their social world may exist, but there is no real social world offline for us because they don't want us in their social world. The non-black people really prefer us to stay out of their shit. And that's just the truth. They would rather for us to just go ahead and stay at home and deal with the fact that we ruined our own social communities and stay out of their shit. Don't bring our critical, judgmental, side-eyeing, melon, arrogant ass deer. And yeah, I said it. We get around other groups that's not black and we get some sort of narcissistic arrogance of our melanin. All of a sudden, some sort of ego boost come because we got more melanin than everybody in the fucking room. So we get a little snobby. Nobody wants that energy in their social groups. I'm so sick and tired of the vibration that I get from black people when they're around, especially black women around and white people in social groups like clubs with white people around them. The black people get this sort of type of like, ew. Like they automatically cleaner than them. Cause I'm black and I'm melanin. And it's like, you know what? No wonder why they don't want us in their shit. You know, I've been at white karaoke bars, and I've seen black college kids, college girls, socializing healthy with non-blacks. But the older black people, they sit across the room. Like, I'm older. My melanin is too aged. My melanin is aged like a fine wine. So I can't be over there with the non-blacks in this nightclub. I'm gonna go here and sit in this corner and drink my wine and talk to my girlfriend and talk about everybody in the fucking club. I'm gonna sit at the end of this here bar with my 40, 50-year-old 60 ass, and I'm gonna go ahead and share it with everybody. Like my fucking melanin is more of the shit than everybody's in the club. It's disgusting. And I see it all the time. And I'm gonna call it something else. I'm gonna call this out. The social world and with the black community out in these bars and clubs is hard because of the arrogance and the snobbery of the dark-skinned women and the light-skinned women. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Sitting like I'm the queen in the room. Everybody should gravitate for me. I'm not supposed to make an effort to talk to other women in this room. I'm not supposed to make an effort to entertain other men in here as well. I'm supposed to sit here and sit on my fucking high horse because I'm sexual chocolate. I'm I'm Queen Sheba, dark skin, and I'm like real light skin with light eyes. So I'm supposed to sit here with my little drink and expect everybody to fucking come and cater to my energy. And then if brown skinned women start getting attention, There's whispers. There's little shit said. There's she getting attention because she might be loose or some shit. There's rumors start going around in the club. She let people run through her. Oh, it just cannot. It can't be possible. It cannot be possible that brown skinned women in the club is getting the attention for the night and not your ass. And I see this happen in bar after bar and club. It's gotten so bad that I know some men that's like, I'm so tired of that shit. They be telling me like when I'm just keeping real, like I know some older men who will literally be like, I'm so tired of like some of these dark skinned, light skinned girls acting like I'm supposed to fucking kiss their ass for a conversation or some shit. I'm tired of that. And I said, well, don't do it then. I go to the bar, and because I'm a pretty light-skinned girl, a pretty brown-skinned girl, the light-skinned bartender will be like, she'll roll her eyes and act like she didn't hear me and won't bring my drink to me. And then the men that's like sitting around me will be like, that was fucking grimy. She did that shit on purpose. And I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. I am supposed to be an ugly brown skinned woman if I go in these clubs. I'm supposed to look old and cracked as a middle-aged brown skinned woman. If I don't, then I got to deal with catty energy from non-brown skinned women. But it's just so, but I already know there's going to be some dark skinned, light skinned girls in here who's going to be triggered by this. Acting like this shit ain't going on. When beautiful brown skinned women be out in these clubs and we get to socializing, the dark skinned women will look at us like we're thirsty. Like, why she No, we're not thirsty, bitch. You are sitting up there with melanin arrogance. That's what your ass got. That's what you got. I'm calling it what it is. Somebody said clock the checking us. All of this melon color tone arrogance that just reeks from us in the social groups, even vibrationally you can pick it up. It makes some black people not want to be around black people. Like, cool, I don't even want no friends. It's like, what? Like, why? We need our melanin to mean something special. We need it so bad. Amongst everybody and anybody. Rather than your personality meaning something. We don't care about personality. We think melanin will pull us through in any social group. We can be ignorant, arrogant, disrespectful, fucking trifling, but our melanin gives us a pass, right? Long as our skin is smooth, melanin glowing like the fucking sun, we got big, juicy, golden brown lips, big brown eyes, and we get a pass, right? We still the queens and the kings of the social world. And I speak from somebody who happen to have fast healing skin. My skin heals very fast, and people often think I don't get scars. But I'm not sitting out in these streets in the black community, flossing my quick healing melon skin, and thinking that I'm supposed to automatically get attention because of it. Sitting there with not much to say, with a smirk and some conceited image, all because my makeup is the shit. My ebony cover girl Maybelline makeup is the shit on my melanin. I'm not sitting there with that attitude. Back in the 90s, we wasn't like so privileged with the melanin. We actually talked to people regardless of the melanin. We didn't care if you was light skin, brown skin, whatever. Black women talked to everybody in the 90s. We dated light skin brothers, dark skin brothers, somewhere between brothers, whatever. Nowadays, no. Now we looking for validation for our melanin. We looking for validation. If we made the melanin test, the healthy, sexy paper bag test. So many times I have been in groups, social groups over the last 10 years with black people who was always quick to talk about melanin. Like, oh, you got some beautiful skin, cheekbone skin is on fleek. Oh, you got some. Why? Okay, I'm in the group now, and I made it, y'all. I made it, y'all. My melon is looking clear. I ain't got no bumps on my melon. Yay! I'm accepted into the nightclub. That shit is getting so old, like for real. And it's hurtful. It's hurtful to some light skinned people who have genetics of their white side of their family where their skin breaks out a lot. And I don't understand why black people don't realize that that's hurtful to the light skinned people who got acne. To sit up there on your melanin throne like that. Real showy. Real showy. Intuitively, I could pick it up. It just needs to stop. And it's like if you're not way darker than the paper bag or way lighter than the paper bag, then you better have 4A or 3A here. Or you too Negro. You too black. So nobody will dance with you. Other women won't hang out with you. If you do not, I'm gonna say it again. If you do not have skin a lot lighter than the paper bag or a lot darker, you better damn well have loose curl coils in your hair. Or else you ain't the shit enough to be in the shit group in the bars in the club. No, they're not going to ask you to come join them for drinks. They're not going to say, sit here, yeah, take a picture with me, drink. They're not. I put it to the test. I was going to this one nightclub bar 2 years ago, and I was wearing my hair with the gel coils, real coily like. And it was, and my skin was flawless at the time, I was just eating healthier. And the popular women in this bar were like, oh, your hair is so gorgeous. Oh, she is gorgeous. Oh, your skin and hair are gorgeous. They were snapping pictures of me, taking pictures of me, walking up to me in the bathroom like, you are gorgeous. Now, they invited me to go to an after hours club. They invited me to sit with them at the bar, y'all. It was wow. The women that had on all the expensive jewelry, the dark skinned girls, the light skinned girls with the breast implants and shit, and the Brazilian butt lifts, they were like, oh, come sit with us. All this other shit. I came in that club about 2 months later with my 4C hair out, afro picked out like in the 70s. I picked it out. I came in there with no lipstick on, nothing on my face. And mark my word, those women didn't say shit to me. Those men that was sitting with them didn't say shit to me. They act like they didn't even know me. The only person that spoke to me was a lady in there who was a pastor. Okay? She wasn't drinking. She was just like listening to the music. And somebody that I already knew there. And the DJ. Because I knew them very well. But my point is, it blew my mind. It blew my mind because it let me know that the black social world expects you to look more black Italian. Black Italian, and to have everything new and flawless, or else you ain't worth socializing with. You ain't worth it. Or you damn sure better be dark skinned and look like you straight from the motherland. Like Lupita. You better look like that or you're not worth talking to. And it's really has ruined the black social world, because a lot of black people, they don't want the black community controlling their genetics and controlling how they should wear their hair. People want to walk around with their 4C hair out if they want to, with afros and no makeup on if they want to. But I'm sick and tired of black people now treating each other like we have to audition. We have to audition genetically with each other just for a damn conversation. And I just don't want to do it. I don't want to have to look less like, oh, I can't, I want to have less 4C shrinking hair, and I want to have more not so strong Native American bone structure. I need to hide that. I need to hide that with oils and butters and shit. I need a more oval face, or else other black people won't talk to me. They ain't gonna talk to me. Because, oh, if you don't look African, and if you don't look like the Navajo Native Americans, then you must be transgender. If you look Blackfoot Native American black person, you might be transgender, so we don't want to talk to you. That type of shit's going on. Black women who look more like the Blackfoot, where they got more chiseled face, a more defined jaw, more defined bones, real high bone defined jaws, and cheekbones very defined, with the very narrow, more narrow inward noses like I have, like my mom had. It's like, oh no, you might be transgender. So no, you ain't legit enough female black genetics for us to want you to hang out with us. See, I know how some of the black female actresses feel. What's her name that played on Tyler Perry movie? I forget her name. I'll think of her name. But she says that she felt like, people didn't treat her right. I forget who she is, but she has similar bone structure as me. And it gets like so old that we micromanage each other's genetics so much that now it determines whether you're even worth a hello. Like, It's like I need to look at your genetics as a black person before I decide to say hello. It's crazy. It is crazy, y'all. I think that is the straight up. That's like black insanity. I found out black insanity, y'all. That my genetics have to be studied before I can earn a good morning out of you. You have to stare at me. You have to stare at me a while to study these genetics before you will even say good morning to me. This shit is crazy. I mean, why can't we just see other black people as people? We all fucking people. White people see each other as just people, don't they? You don't see them doing that. They as soon as they see a glimpse of another person's white face, they say, good morning. Good morning. They say, good morning. If they just see the side of another white person's face, the cheek, they say, good morning. But we have got to study each other's face down to the fucking skull bone before we will even say good morning. Y'all, it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. I don't know why we're obsessed with doing genetic assessments on us. We literally had a lot of black people walking around with a black genetic laboratory in their mind. And it's interfering with social interaction. It's interfering. You're trying to talk. They half the time don't even hear what the fuck you're saying because they too busy studying your damn features. You're like, yeah, I went to Kennywood and blah blah blah, and you can tell like they just like too busy focused on my bones. Like what? Yo, y'all, it's wild. And then there is a unspoken competition in the black social world. It don't even got nothing to do with clothes. It got to do with how attractive is your black genetics versus mine. Yo. Black genetics beauty versus mine. And I'm picking this up intuitively. I'm picking this up as downloads when I'm out here amongst other black people. And it's like, I can sense like they're trying to find some part of your black genetics is not that good. That they kind of got a one-up on you with. And it's like, really? I can sense this intuitively that you in that fucking energy. And it's like, really? And it was funny is the people that I'm sensing in that energy, when they can't find something about my black genetics that they can downgrade, they get an attitude. They'll roll their eyes and they'll refuse to look me in the face after that. They will talk all around me, looking everywhere, all around me, and avoid eye contact at all costs, face contact. They'll avoid it. And it's like, wow. Maybe if you wasn't studying my genetics versus your fucking black genetics, you wouldn't have got triggered. Stop comparing. Stop comparing the size of my lips versus yours. The brownie of my brown eyes versus your brown eyes. The bigness of my nose versus yours. The tightness and curliness of my hair versus your curly hair. Enough. And I'm saying it like that in this chat. Enough. I don't know why we don't talk about that. It's genetic war in the black community. But people, everybody's tiptoeing and like, no, that's not what's going on. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I literally had somebody say to me, "You almost didn't pass the test." I said, "What fucking test?" They said, "With your features and all that, you almost didn't pass the test, and with your skin color." And they wouldn't tell me what they meant. I guess I might have was looking a little bit too Native American. So basically, when I looked at the women they were talking to, basically they were trying to say I was looking a little bit too masculine. So I almost didn't pass the feminine genetic feature test. That they prefer what they normally girls they normally talk to. Because when I looked at the girls they normally talk to, it's like oval face, heart shaped face women, you know. And so basically, and they're darker, they're dark skinned. So basically, I didn't pass the feminine genetic test almost, and I didn't pass the skin color test almost. So they was basically not going to talk to me. I swear on my life that was actually said to me by some dude who's ripped and had money and all that. He literally, a black dude, said that shit to me. Here's another problem. The gatekeeping of the feminine black, the labeled feminine black genetics. The black women who are gatekeeping that energy and expecting, this is in the social world, expecting you to not be in more as feminine energy as them because your genetics to them don't look as feminine as theirs. I picked that up intuitively. And I'm seeing it happening. The black women who got the feminine face structure of the Ethiopian women, the West African women, like Lupita and all them, the black women with those features, they expect the black women who got the more of the Native American features like me, they expect us to be more masculine when we're around them. They're supposed to be the feminine one and I'm supposed to be the masculine one. I'm supposed to be the male in the conversation. I'm supposed to cater to their emotional being as if I'm the male in the conversation. Yeah, this is deep, y'all. And it's like, I be like, okay, like, I'm a female just like you. So why do I have to sit here and cater to your feminine energy? All because you have a circular face, heart-shaped face, circular lips, everything circular, and you got a little point with your chin. So I'm supposed to cater to your feminine energy and I have to sit here and take it like some damn man? No, I don't think so. And people will not admit this. The black female world will never admit that this is happening. I'm looking at the women who keep on trying to push me to be the masculine female in the group. And expecting me to be in that energy. And when I'm not in that energy, it's like, oh, they're like kind of triggered by me. Like, why ain't you being the loud, obnoxious one? I literally had this woman say, which one of y'all is the mean one? And she kind of looked over at me and sat near me. And this dude was like, she's the mean one. I said, no, no, I'm not. I said, I'm the one that takes up for people, that protects people. I'm not the mean one. But it's funny that I was the only one with my features, with my Native American features, and I was the only one who was labeled that in the group. Yet the one that was starting all the fights in the family, the girl that was loud and fighting all the time, she was not labeled that because her genetic features were circular. She was circular, she was short, she was lean, she was petite. So she got more African features. So no, she gets a pass. This literally happened to me, y'all. This literally, and I was really shocked. Like, she's actually the troublemaker. She's actually the one that's quick to get loud and talk about people and critical and ignorant. She's the one that gets in that energy. Why ain't you pointing it at her? Oh, because she doesn't look the part. She doesn't look the part. Y'all, done. Done. And this is why we have problems in the black social world, because people are too busy stereotyping each other's black genetics, assuming because somebody looks more Native American, a woman looks more Native American, she's not going to be as graceful and peaceful. She's not going to be as tender and soft. She's not going to be as sweet. All this stereotyping each other's genetics, thinking we know each other's personality and character, is creating tension in the social world, in the black social world. And it's straight up crazy. I'm going to do a part 2 of this video. I got to get ready to go, y'all, okay? I got to get some housework done. But this is a part of, this is the whole genetic competition is causing tension in the social connections. You know, and it's starting to be like, why can't we just all just talk? Why do we have to study each other so much before we have conversations? Like, y'all, I'm just waiting for that to end. Okay. All right, have a good weekend, y'all. I have to get some housework done. Bye, everybody. I might not be on for a while, y'all. I just want to give y'all a heads up. Okay? I might not be on this channel for a while, but I might put a video up every now and then on my lifestyle. I am going on a more of a online social media detox. So I will be offline a lot more and just be on sites where like I'm just like selling stuff. I'm posting stuff for sale because I am trying to achieve certain goals, and I really don't need toxic energy coming out of nowhere. I need more social peace, and it's hard to find that on YouTube. I just want to be able to achieve my goals in peace. So, you know, as I said, in the black community, we monitor our energy, each other's energy too much. And I really don't want people in the business of my process and my goal work. At least not for the next 6-7 months. So I will put videos up every now and then, but I'm not going to be on video, and it won't be nearly as much. It's going to be very rarely that I put a video up on this channel. It might be 2 a week or 3 videos a month maybe, but I won't be on video. And on my lifestyle channel, I might put up maybe 1 video a week. If I'm documenting my life, I'm trying to go into something else that I'm interested in. It's another part of spiritualism that I want to explore. I'm thinking of starting a new channel for that. It will be a faceless channel if I start it. It'll be faceless. Um, I'm really not interested in doing face to face videos anymore. I'm just sick and tired of the the unnecessary um, toxic black social energy that people bring to YouTube to creators who are black. And a lot of us just want our boundaries a little bit more protected. Our energy not as harvested. And I'm sick and tired of people doing readings on me. I can feel it. I'm tired of people harvesting my energy every time I get on camera. I could feel like energy being pulled from my third eye. I'm sick and tired of feeling that. And I just want a long vacation from that feeling. I want a vacation from it. So no more face videos, y'all. If I do any face videos, it'll be late at night. I will literally be in the dark just to protect my third eye, my crown chakra. I noticed that when I protect that, I noticed that um it's almost like I can get things done more. Like I got enough energy to get things done more, and I'm on time for stuff. But as soon as I get like on camera talking on YouTube, I notice it's like almost like somebody just wiped my energy out. It's like a lot of psychic leeches coming to this channel now, and I'm pretty sick and tired of it. All right, bye everybody. I hope I see y'all on my new channel. I'm thinking of starting a new channel. I'm not going to say what it's going to be if I start it. Y'all just get the link to the channel. I won't be on video, but it's something I'm thinking about doing on a daily basis. Something that I'm interested in. Okay, bye everybody. Oh, I usually play you in the background. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to overfill. I have to my cup keeps going empty with energy when I'm on video. So it's like I think some people are not respecting my energy field. I think there's this heavy energy harvesting. And somebody is also doing sex magic on me on my videos. I don't know who's doing it, but I'm getting sick and tired of it. So, like when I get on video, like especially in the morning hours, early morning hours or whatever, it feels like I was like spiritually, sexually harassed shortly after. So there is somebody or a couple of people that's sitting in the videos and they're I don't know if they're thinking sexual thoughts of me, but sex magic, and I'm getting sick and tired of it. All right, see y'all later. Bye, everybody. I hope I see y'all on my new channel. I might put another video up next week, y'all. I need at the end of next week. Or I might upload a video that I think that y'all might enjoy watching. It ain't gonna be me though. Okay? So I'm taking a break. All right, bye everybody. I'll see y'all later.